Hey, welcome back to the Crowdfunding Demystified YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about crowdfunding, how to raise money, how do you actually smash your goal when it comes to Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and we're actually getting now into crowdfunding video production. So with this video, if you're trying to actually put together a pitch video that you're gonna show with a crowdfunding campaign, what should you expect, number one, from a production standpoint, the type of video you have to put together, but also from a financial perspective, if you're hiring this out, what should you expect to pay? That is what we were covering on today's video. So I'm gonna give you kind of like a sliding scale and also the elements of production that make video production much more costly and also the ways that you can enhance your typical pitch video. So we're gonna start here as a continuum here. So on the one side, we'll have a low production kind of amateur video, we'll say amateur. And here on this side, we'll have super professional or uber professional. Now, first of all, the very basic amateur video, if you don't have any kind of experience with video creation, you've never made a video before, or you're just putting up your campaign on Kickstarter and like you've never done this at all, you're probably gonna do like something like a talking head video where you're talking to the camera, maybe you're explaining yourself, you're explaining your story, maybe you do have a little bit of like some transitions or some cuts, and that's kind of like how initially Kickstarter campaigns got started. But then over time, you know, since 2012, 2011, 2010, they've gotten so much better and so much higher production value. So what you can actually do if you're filming your own video, number one, is to include a few different elements. The first one is you're gonna wanna include B-roll. So B-roll is a very simple element that you can include, and all that it means basically is that when you are talking and when you're explaining something, when you're talking to the camera, you have B-roll which basically plays over the screen. So if you're talking and you're mentioning something about the product, the functionality or design or something like that, you then show a video clip of someone holding the product or using the product, or you're showing the camera angle around the product or something like that, and that's going over your frame basically when you're talking to the camera. B-roll is a really simple way to just improve the video production quality of your pitch video, and something that's pretty easy to get started even if you're doing it on your own. The other thing you do is multiple camera angles. So camera angles, you know, it seems a little bit hypocritical if I'm filming a educational YouTube video, there's only one camera angle here where you can see me talking to the camera. However, if we were trying to sell something, we were investing a lot of time and money into one particular video, you'd probably want different camera angles. So maybe one camera angle here and then one camera angle looking at you from the side while you're talking. Or even when you're doing the B-roll footage, multiple camera angles showing people using the product in different environments, or showing people using the product in their everyday life or whatever it is, even different camera angles of that actual product. So camera angles are another great way to improve production quality. Other things are going to be adding some music in. Music is naturally going to set the element or set the tone for the video. It's going to set the emotions. Inherently, when we listen to music, and obviously, you know, people that are producing movies and films, they already know this. When a music soundtrack plays, it's going to cause us to feel sad. It's going to cause us to feel wonder. Music is kind of like a laugh track in that it tells us what we should be feeling at a specific moment in time. Should we be feeling inspirational? Should we be feeling scared? All these different things that kind of subconsciously cues that emotion when we're actually viewing a frame. And sometimes it's done in a very hokey way, but still you're gonna feel a certain degree of emotion just because music naturally causes human beings to feel emotions. The other thing I'm gonna say here when it comes to amateur and also just you doing your own thing is gonna be color grading. Color grading, and in general, the editing of a video clip or of a pitch video is actually what's going to make a camera still or a video clip seem way more professional than normal. You know, so for example, you might see a raw clip captured from a really nice camera, but once you color grade it, it looks 10 times better. Because what you're kind of noticing here is actually the video production quality. There are a few different things. Number one, there's how many cameras you have access to. Do you have good quality audio and microphone? Obviously, a lapel microphone is gonna be a lot better if you're filming some kind of like a pitch video or you're trying to capture sound in the real world. Having a boom microphone, the audio quality is going to play a lot into the actual quality of the video. In addition to having a camera and the audio quality, the editing is really what makes or breaks a pitch video. So the editing from color grading, but also the editing from like video effects, having text show up on the images that are appearing on the screen. of text highlighting different elements of the actual pitch video and showing the benefits and the promises and these different things in the actual campaign video, that is what is going to make a huge difference. So let's start to talk a little bit about the sliding scale here. You know, from a very basic standpoint, you obviously can use even your iPhone, and you can use a lapel mic, having good, microphone, we'll say here, microphone. These are things that you could technically include. If you had an amateur film student, they can probably hit a lot of these different items. An amateur film student, maybe someone who's helping you or someone who doesn't have a lot of experience, you've never done a commercial before, you can obviously work with them, and you're gonna have to storyboard the different scenes that you kind of want to appear in this overall pitch video. An amateur video, you can probably get done, I'd say, for $2,000. That's a very, I think, average, easy amateur video. The more that you begin to go up to the $3,000 mark, the more that you begin to go up to the $5,000 mark, this is really when we're starting to see a higher production type of video, where this, I would say the $5,000 mark is probably the minimum of a really good high quality pitch video, something that you can show, that it's something that can sell. The person who makes that kind of a video, I'm talking a 2.5, maybe a 3.5 minute video, knows what they're doing. They're gonna be getting, incorporating a lot of these different elements that we talked about. And in addition, you might even have like a model there, your friend or someone like that, who's acting in the video and showing them being used the product in different environments. So you can probably start at the $5,000 level. Once you get higher up here to the $8,000 level, this is really where you start to get some very high quality pitch videos that you see on Kickstarter. A really high quality video for an $8,000 level, that's gonna be a video where you see incredible color grading, you see great visuals, great images, you have model in the video, using the product. You also have really good audio, you maybe have really well synced out sound, good timing, all of these different things, really good visuals and effects. And the more that you get past, I'd say the $8,000 level, is when you're getting even more visual effects. So those could be probably specific to you or specific to the story that's being told. I think that for a pitch video out there, you can get a really good pitch video done for the $4,000 to $5,000 level. When you start to get more into $8,000 level, that's getting like a super high quality, professional, very well done commercial video. And getting into the $10,000 level, that's when I would start to think to myself, is the ROI really there for the amount of money that you're spending on the pitch video? Or what else are you getting in addition to the video? Are you getting some video that you can use on Facebook? Are you getting some videos that you can use on Instagram? Are you getting some high resolution photos? Those different things. As you get into these upper tiers, also you're probably also, I guess, using someone for a higher rate, and to be aware of that. If you're gonna go and get an agency to hire and to do a video for you, they're probably gonna be quoting you around $10,000 because they also have a human cost, but they have an agency rate that they're going to be paying their staff and the people that are gonna be helping out on that particular video project. I think for anyone out there that has a decent ability to haggle and to spend time and to really learn about this, you can get a pretty good video done for $5,000. When you get to these upper ones, I think you can also get a really super high quality video. When you get into the 10,000, I think you're actually spending a little bit too much than you actually need to with a specific Kickstarter video. In addition, the other thing I really want to touch on really quickly here is what some of the stuff that you're going to want to get done. So obviously the storyboard is going to be really important here, and it's sort of telling the story and outlining the benefits and the promise and the features and how you're going to show all these different things with camera angles, B-roll, all that kind of stuff. The other stuff that you want to keep in mind here, and I want to make sure you can see this, we'll put it up here, is that you want video clips that you can use for a Facebook ad, that you can use for Instagram, or that you can use in different contexts. So you have this overall video, and you want to be able to splice it up into video clips for GIFs that you can put on the campaign page. That's going to be very valuable side content for you. In addition, we'll have a little play button here. In addition to this video, you're also going to want some other stuff. So you want to get high resolution photos, and this can usually be done at the same time. High resolution photos of people using the product, and those photos could be put on the Kickstarter campaign page. They can put on the crowdfunding website, the pre-launch page. It could also be used for if you're doing some advertisement or something like that, and you want to use photos for that. having high resolution photos, having some video clips that you can use on Facebook advertisements and other mediums, and finally having that pitch video which you're actually going to upload to your crowdfunding campaign page, you are set and you are ready to go. So I hope that this kind of distills a little bit and gives you a bit better idea of video production, how it works, some price points just to give you an idea here, and also going forward, the things you should be looking for if you also are doing it yourself, or if you're looking for more of an amateur video, the stuff you should be hitting to make sure that you're getting people to pay attention. Number one goal here is that after watching a pitch video, and I have great YouTube videos out there on this, the person should be paying attention. So by changing up frames, B-roll, all these different things, you're getting people to sustained attention throughout the video. Number two, they feel emotion. They feel emotion using colors, using music, showing people in different environments. They feel emotion. And finally, they understand what the big promise is, what this thing actually does, and they want to learn more, and they're going to go through and they're going to read through the crowdfunding campaign page. And that actually is, I guess, the formula, if you will, to getting people to take action and to nudging them that after they watch this incredible teaser for the video, they want to go and learn more, and then they're going to support your campaign. I got some other great videos out there on that, and I also have a book called the Kickstarter Launch Formula, which you can pick up on Audible or on Amazon, that goes more in depth into launching a crowdfunding campaign. Also invite you to take a second to join my free course on crowdfunding that I'll include the link in the description. And finally, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, let me know what you think, and come subscribe to this YouTube channel because I put out videos every single week on different topics related to crowdfunding, and I hope it helps you as you're planning for your crowdfunding campaign launch.